Okay, welcome to the deep dive.
Glad to be diving in.
So today we're looking at some really interesting sources, excerpts from a fantasy novel.
Right, centered around a woman named Alara.
Exactly. We're basically tracing her story, starting from a place of grief, and then, well, things get pretty wild after she meets someone unexpected.
It's a journey into this fantastical world, and our mission, really, is to unpack the key events from these novel excerpts. You get the core story, the aha moments, without getting bogged down.
Perfect for anyone wanting the gist.
Yeah.
So let's set the scene. Alara's lost her sister.
Yeah, she's grieving, trying to escape her, sterile city apartment, find solace in nature.
And it's out there, by a stream, that her routine just breaks. She sees something strange.
A man, right, Lucian.
Yes, Lucian. And he's not just hanging out, he's sketching. But sketching what?
Something fantastical. A creature with vast wings, burning eyes, straight out of myth.
And he's got this striking look himself, dark hair, broad shoulders. There's an immediate pull.
Definitely. But there's also this undercurrent. Alara feels something's a bit off, even during their witty chat.
Yeah, like an unease she can't quite place, even though he seems interested in her.
Which, spoiler alert, her intuition is spot on.
Huh, right. Because this Lucian guy, not who he seemed.
Nope. He dramatically reveals his true form. He's Rysand.
The Fey King. And the description here is vivid clothes, shimmering silver, features sharpening.
Glowing eyes, a palpable shift in power. You'd expect terror, wouldn't you?
Totally. But Alara, she's not scared. She feels, what, intrigue? Exhilaration.
Which is explained by her backstory, apparently. She's always been able to see through illusions since childhood.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. So this isn't completely out of left field for her perception, just the reality of it.
Precisely. And Rysand explains about his world. Athol acknowledges her ability.
Yeah.
And, well, there's clearly an attraction there.
A pretty undeniable one. And it deepens, doesn't it? They find this hidden clearing.
Yeah, there's a real intimacy developing, a powerful connection. It's quite sensual, actually, the way it's described.
But then the danger starts creeping in. It always does, right?
Seems like it. An obsidian feather shows up, hushed conversations. That feeling of being watched.
And this connects to a larger threat.
Yes, the Shadow Court. A malevolent group wanting to conquer the Fey realm. Suddenly, Alara and Rysand's connection isn't just personal.
It's put them right in the crosshairs.
Exactly. The stakes get much higher, moving beyond just them to, the fate of this whole realm.
And things escalate fast. Alara gets abducted.
Violently, too. Shadowy figures dragged off to some desolate fortress.
The conditions sound grim. A cold cell. And they're not just holding her, they're trying to break her.
Right, psychological stuff, illusions playing on her fears, and physical torture, too, with some kind of nasty device, twisted metal, glowing runes, causing searing pain.
Ugh. But she holds strong.
Amazingly, yes. She refuses to yield. The sources even mention her subtly trying to manipulate her captors. Shows incredible resilience.
That inner strength is key.
Oh.
And she actually manages to escape.
She does. Capitalizes on their overconfidence, makes a break for it. It's a desperate move.
Meanwhile, how's Rysand taking this?
Not well. Pure, untamed fury. He immediately gets the Shadow Guard moving.
His elite guard.
Yep. Mobilizes them instantly to storm the fortress where she's held somewhere in Blackwood Forest. He's not messing around.
So a big confrontation ensues.
Oh, yeah. A bloody assault on the fortress. Rysand is described as just ferocious, cutting through dark mages, fighting tooth and nail to get to her.
And he finds her.
Finds her chained up, frees her immediately. It's a dramatic rescue.
But the ordeal leaves marks, obviously. Physical wounds, emotional trauma.
Definitely. And it gets deeper. She starts having these unsettling dreams.
And she saw something back in the fortress, right? A glimpse of another figure.
Exactly. Hinting that maybe the Shadow Court isn't the ultimate enemy. There's someone or something else pulling the strings.
Rysand hits the books. Or the Fey equivalent.
Pretty much. Consults ancient texts and identifies this entity as the Shadowbinder.
The Shadowbinder. Sounds ominous.
Described as a creature of pure shadow, manipulating events from behind the scenes. A much bigger, scarier threat.
Which leads Alara to make a, well, incredibly bold move.
Audacious is the word. She plans to infiltrate the Shadowbinder's own stronghold.
Which is where?
The sunken citadel of Xylos. Apparently, the Shadowbinder plans to amplify his power there.
And Alara thinks she can stop him. How?
She plans to use her own connection to magic, the very thing that makes her different, against him. It's a massive gamble.
I bet Rysand wasn't thrilled about that plan initially.
Terrified for her, according to the text, but ultimately agrees. He trusts her, perhaps? or sees no other way.
So the excerpts leave off with her going in.
Yes. Disguised, entering this dangerous, trap-filled citadel, she's penetrated the enemy's lair.
Wow. So she's face to face potentially with his ultimate evil, the Shadowbinder.
That's where we're left hanging. A real cliffhanger moment.
It really highlights her courage, doesn't it? And the lengths people go to protect what or who they love when facing the unknown.
Absolutely. It really makes you think, faced with odds like that, overwhelming danger, what risks would you be willing to take?
A question to ponder. That wraps up our deep dive for today.